Gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go.
Okay, hello you guys. Can you hear me? Can you guys hear me? Oh, is it sound correct or not? Hello, can you guys hear me clearly? Is there any problem? Is there any echo or something? Echo. Let me check. Maybe that this why they have two. Let me double one. Hello, can you? It's better now. Hello, is better now? Hello, can you? It's better now. Better now, right? Sorry. Okay, sorry, some technical stuff issue. Okay, okay, it's nice to meet you guys today. Okay. How you guys feel about my countdown screen? Okay, cool. It's better. Actually, that's on the linking that there are more than 37 people attend the event, but I don't know why. But in this live stream, we have 16. Some people may mix big event. Okay, thank you, Hiên Nguyễn. Okay, so everyone ready, right? Okay, let's get started. Okay, so this is the Leetcode website, right? You guys already know that this website is very good for us to practice to show competitive programming problem for interview, for preparing in the interview, right? Prepare for technical company. Most of the company they pick a problem from Leetcode, right? For the new, maybe we have some new newbie, right? For the newbie, I highly recommend you guys to show top interview questions on the Leetcode. This is very good for you to start to familiar with the coding skills. There are totally 145 problems, so you can start with this problem and then you have some skill, and then you can practice to show more. And I highly recommend you guys can join Leetcode contest every week, because some contest problem they use the latex. They pick the latex problem from popular company like Google and Facebook. They are usually one easy problem and two medium problem and one hard problem. And this week, as you guys, some of you guys may join this weekly contest and bi-weekly contest. It's a very hard problem today. 55 people, 53 people solve this problem. And bi-weekly for 2 week problem, 2 week contest. Okay, so that's enough for the interview. Okay, actually that's in the Leetcode, only premium user have this feature. This feature is called online assessment, mock assessment. So my account is premium, so I have this feature. This feature is about that Leetcode will prepare all the problem set based on the company like Google. They have online assessment problem set. It have 13 here. Google phone interview 18 problem sets here, and Google on-site interview. And Facebook as well, Amazon, Microsoft, Adobe, Apple, something like that. And today I will focus on Facebook on-site interview problem. Yeah. Okay. When I start, it will pick a random problem set. Actually, that did say that I already finished all the problem set from this cut. Already finished 15 problem set. But I finished 1 year ago. Maybe I forgot the idea. So today I will live stream to you guys to start the problem and how I find the idea to solve it. So if any guy has any questions, don't hesitate to comment in the YouTube live stream. I'm very happy to answer your question. Okay, it's okay. Okay, let's get started. Okay. Let me zoom a bit. Okay. Is good or not? Okay, so in this problem set we have totally 4 problems. Very long. Okay, so let's get to solve the first problem. So I will read the problem first, and I will explain the example so that you guys can understand the problem clearly. Then I will tell my idea and then implement. Okay, so please use Java and coding. Or I use Python because Python is very short for explain the idea. So I think there's a lot of guys here, right? Some familiar with C++, some familiar with Java, some familiar with Python. So I think Python is a good choice, right? For implement very quickly. Okay. So no need to care about the language. I will explain why I implement. Okay. So given the root of binary tree, right? Binary tree here, given the root here, return the length of the diameter of the tree. The diameter of the tree is the length of the longest path between any two nodes in the tree. This path may or may not pass through the root. The length of the path between two nodes is represented by number of edges between them. For example, we have this binary tree, this right? We need to find the diameter. Okay, so diameter is the length of the longest path between any two nodes in the tree. Okay, so for example, 4 and 3 here, we have this is the longest path, right? 4, 2, 1, and 3. So total we have 3 edges. So the diameter will be 3. It's the same with 5, right? 5, 2, 1, 3 here. So how to solve this problem? Okay. So okay. So let me think. So for example, this root, right? This current root, we we will find the longest the longest the longest depth from the left side. For example, that one here in the left side, we find the longest depth will be 2 here, and the same with the right side, we can find the longest depth in the right side here. So when we have the longest depth in the left side and in the right side, so we can have the path go through this current root, right, by the depth of the left side plus this root plus the depth on the right side. Yeah, I think this can work, right? And our we write a DFS function, and maybe our DFS function for the current root, it will return the longest depth, the depth of the binary tree. Okay, so I think this can work. So let's try. Okay, we can define the function like DFS function like this, which have the root. So if the root is null, right, we can return the depth is 0, and we need to find the depth on the left side. We DFS to find the depth on the left side, and the same we find the depth on the right side like this. And our DFS function will return the depth of the current root side. The depth, right? We return the depth. So for the root node, right? The depth may be 1. We define the root node the depth 1. For the none node, not in none, we define the depth is 0. Okay. So okay. So we find the depth on the left side is not 2 here, right? Not 2 here will come to not 5 here, and 5 here will return 1. Depth of 5 here return 1, and 2 here will become 2, and this one will become 3. So the depth of the current root will be maximum in the left side and maximum in the right side plus with the root. So we turn the maximum of the left side like this, it will be 2 like this, and maximum on the right side it will be 1, right? And plus with the root, so we have the depth of the current root now, right? Okay, so we need to find the diameter. So the idea is that we find the diameter by the depth on the longest path. It's also the depth on the left side. For example, this will be 3, right? Go through this node. Okay, for this will be 3. No, for on the left side it will return 2, 1, 2. On the right side it will return 1. So we have the longest path go through root, through root. will be 2 on the left side plus with 1 on the right side. Longest path actually that we are considering the depth, right? So this will be but the diameter is the number of edges. So let me check. So this is 2, 1 here. So plus will be 3, plus will be 4. So need to minus 1. We have if I plus with 1 is the root. So the total number of nodes will be 2 plus 1 will be 4, but the number of edges will be 3. So we don't need to plus 1 here. So we just have the global variable like answer here. We initialize by 0 as our is the diameter, and we just update our. So this guy will be update to the maximum to get the maximum. Okay. Then just return our answer. Okay, I think it will work. So let's try to run. If we return 0 fail, right? Maximum depth of the left side. Something wrong. I haven't called the DFS function. Okay. Will be 3, right? Correct, right? Okay. Let's check with run with another example. 3, 1. Okay. I think it can work. Okay. Do you guys have any questions? Please use Java C++. Yeah. Same algorithm. My goal line for the future. Hello, Koya. Don't DFS return the cell. Okay, so the totally idea of this problem is that we have a DFS function, and this DFS function will return the depth of the current tree, and for the root like this, right? We find the depth of the left side and the depth of the right side, and we have the longest path through the root is the depth on the left side plus the depth on the right side plus 1. Yeah, and we update our diameter. This is the idea. So so the time complexity for this problem is that because we DFS to visit, it's not here. It's not a visit only once, right? So this is called we DFS on the left side and the right side, and we process our root here. This is can call as a post order traverse in the binary tree. So the time complexity will be n with n a number of nodes. And the by complexity will be the stack memory. So the depth will be the depth stack will be up to 8, where 8 is the height of the tree of the binary tree. This is stack memory, stack depth recursion. Okay. Rohit asked that we can calculate height of the left subtree and the right subtree and add 1 to it and maximum for. Yeah, correct. That's what I did. Okay, so the first problem is not quite hard. It's a bit straightforward. Okay, so let's go to the next question. The question 2. Okay, so given an array of meeting time intervals here, where intervals I is start and end here, return the minimum number of conference rooms required. So for example, that we have this interval here, 0 this like this. We need to output 2. Why output 2? Let's consider this example. So the first room will have this event from 0 to 30, and then another event occurs here. So we have 5. And last to 10. So at least we need 2 rooms here, and then we have this event occur from 15 to 20 here. So when this event ends, we can use the second room here for the next event. So that the maximum, the minimum number of conference rooms is 2. Require 2, right? Right. Okay. Okay. We can go for Rigby approach. Okay. So example, we can understand example 1, right? For consider for example 2. Example 2 here. Okay. We have 0 here and 7 here and up to 10 here, and we have another meeting room from 2 here to 4 here. So we only need 1 room. Okay, you guys can understand the problem, right? Okay, so how to solve this problem? We can see in the constraint that the number of interval, number of events is less than how to say 10 exponent by 4 or something. I don't know how to say. And the start and yes, and like this. Okay, so for this constraint, we can see that we can solve up to n log n. For the n square, maybe work in C++, but it totally depends on the judgment on the Leetcode. Very rich. So the set maybe up to n log n. Okay, so so how to solve this problem? For the first event, we have start by 0 and end by 30, and then we have another room. So we have another room come 5 here. 5 here. So we need at least 2 room, and when it end here, we need something to count down the number of pick room. We need to count the pick room. So something when the 0 here is start, we increase by 1. We have the pick room, the pick room, right? Or when the event here is start, we have the current room need something like that. We initialize by 0. So when we have the event come like this, we have this event come, we need to increase room by 1. Then we have another event come like this. We need to increase the room by 2. And when this event is finished, we need to decrease the room. So when this event is finished, right, we need to decrease by room by 1. And then this event start, we increase the room by 2. And then it finish, we decrease room by 1. And this finish, we decrease room by 0. So when we increase the room, we need to update the maximum room need. So this is our answer. So you can see that I traverse event the times increasing order. I start with 0 and proceed with 5 and 10 and 15, 20 and 13. So I need something too short. I need short some event. So I think the idea is good. So so the idea is that when I start the meeting, I will increase the room, and when I end the meeting, I decrease the room count. Yeah, and I need to process from the process the time from the smallest to the larger. Okay, so I need something like the room, the current room equal to 0, and the peak room. This is also our answer, only 0. And for the event here, I need to store on the event. Maybe I have something like event. How to say the time or event or something. Events is okay. This is the set. And I will have a map, a mapping to map a start mapping. So when I start so I have the events here. I process the event like this, and I know this belong to the start, right? I need to increase by 1. And when I meet I meet the 10 here, I know that this belong to n, so I need to decrease the room size. So I have the map to count and count start count something like that, and end count something like that. Okay, so I traverse my interval here. If you have the start and end in intervals here, so each interval have the start and end here. So I will add to my event as start and add end into my event. Then I need to map start count plus by 1, end count plus by 1. Okay, now I just traverse to process event in sorted order. So I will traverse times in sorted of our events here. Okay, so when I start, I need to increase. So my room here, I need to increase the number of events start at that time. Start count at that time. So this will count the number of events start at the time t here, right? So when I have the room, I need to update the pick room will equal to max room and the room here. And then I at the time t maybe have some event finish. So we need to decrease the end count of some event finish. But maybe we have example like one event 1 and end to 2 and another event start 2 and up to 4. So currently that we actually for I'm not sure that this is the inclusive or not inclusive. And here is inclusive or not inclusive. Because for this one we need 1 room or 2 room. You see, and that 2. I'm not sure that can this guy start by 2. I think can, right? In the reality can. I think in the reality this can. So I think the problem is not clearly. So this guy can start, right? So if this guy can start, we need to decrease first. For example, that when we start, this is when we increase room by 1, and at the time 2 here, we need to decrease first. So the room will become 0 first. And then we start to count a new meeting. Okay. So just return our pick room. Okay, let's try. 2, right? Correct. 1, correct. So how about example like this? So 1, 2, right? And 2, 4. Our algorithm will return 1 because this event start by 1 and stop by 2, and this guy can start 2 to 4. We expect is not a valid. So actually that why this guy is not valid? My syntax. Yeah, I expect to return 1, but let's submit. Yeah, correct. So actually that this should be exclude, not inclusive. It's inclusive, but the Leetcode should update the problem statement to say that this can be considered by 1 room only. Yeah, I also think so. It's inclusive. Okay, 10 to the 4th. So the array would reach back end time and maintain the count by considering the start. Can. This also can. Okay. So I will analyze the time complexity. I travel like this, and I add O to on event here, and this will be linear time. I did a short here. So the worst case it will up to 2 ends. So it will time complexity will be n log n. And the space complexity will be O n for this map or this event set. Okay. Okay, I think do we need both start count and end count? I think we just need this still work, right? In the Dương Phan is correct. We only need to store a dictionary only. So this this one can merge together by this one when this one start, right? So we just have the one map only, and this when it's end we minus one, and when it start we plus one. Yeah, can. Okay, let's come to problem 3. Okay. Given a file, and assume that you can only read the file using a given method read4. Implement a method read and characters. Your method read may be called multiple times. Method read4, the API read4 consecutive characters from the file. So the Leetcode will provide us this method read4 allow us to read up to 4 consecutive characters. Then write a character into the buffer for read the return value in number of actual character needs. Okay. Read. Know that read4 has its own file pointer such like this. Okay. The below is high level example of how this one works. So the idea is that we give the API, the password API, the buffer. It will fill the character in the buffer and return the number of character already read. For example, that if it have a file, if the file have 5 character, it will read only up to 4. So this will return 4. If the file have only 1 character, so this only read 1, and this character will fill with 1 character. Okay. Okay. I think we can understand, right? Okay. The method read here, by using the read4 method, implement the method read that read n character from the file and store it in the buffer array buff. Consider that you cannot manipulate file directly. The return value is the number of characters needed. Is the destination, not the shorts. So you need to write the result to the buff. Consider that you cannot manipulate the file directly. The file only accessed through the API read4 provided by Leetcode API. The read method, the read function may be called multiple times. Please remember to reset your class variable declared in the solution as a static persist across multiple test case. So it asks us to reset before reset our static or class variable. You may assume the destination buffer is guaranteed to have enough space to store n character. It's a guarantee that the given test case, the same buffer equal by read. The given test is a guarantee that in the given test case, the same buffer is equal by read. Okay. For example, that it have this file like this, and it will first it read 1 character, so it will return 1. Second, it will return it will read 2 character. So now the buffer will become busy and return 2 character read. And when it read 1 here, it will return 0, right? Because end of the file, and the buffer still the same. Okay. So we can understand the problem, right? We have some constraint here. The file length like this. The number of query will equal to like this, but the query I is less than 500. So this will be 5,000. So no need to care. Okay. So we just read. We just how we read. So we so Python is good, but this should be shown by C++. C++ is good to process string directly. Okay. How to show this? So to show this, for example, ABC here, we just why we can process, we just rig first. We use the rig for first. It's only nick and catcher here, but this one can rig up to 4. In our rig 4 here, we don't have option to rig only some small catcher, right? It will rig fully 4 catcher. So we just rig 4. We just rig 4. We have the buffer. Just rig 4, and we have we need to have our own buffer. We'll have up to 4 characters. So we just rig into our buffer. Then we have the length, the rig length. And then we need to fill to our buffer. We need to fill to our buffer. We need to fill to our buffer. So we need to fill to our buffer. So we can have the index here to fill n character to our buffer. N plus 1 here. We need to set something buffer I. We need to set something by using buffer 4. You need to use buffer 4. We may have the index the index of the current pointer in buffer 4. Buffer we point to the current character in buffer 4. So first of all, if you point to 0 here, this may be global. Maybe global. So we check that if still have buffer, right? If still have buffer, we don't need to read. So if I buffer here still have buffer, we don't need to read. Maybe we have this lane here is global. Buffer lane or something. buffer length, or something hard to say. Buffer length or something like that. This one should not read first. So we check if still have catchers. If still have catcher, right? So we just still have a catcher from the buffer. We just set our buffer here with the buffer here. This may be J for short. J for short. So we set like this. If it already read into the end, so this is initialized by 0. So it will first of all it will do the rig. Will rig for. It will rig for, so it will set the pointer to 0 here, and it will rig for by call the method the API rig for here, like this. So it will rig for. So after rig for, it will set, right? So this cannot should increase here. So it's increased when it's successfully rigged. And this one is just rigged into the buffer and process this one again. Okay, so what happens if the length here is already end? So what happens if the file already end? The file already end, so it will rig. It will try to rig, but this one return 0. So if buffer length is equal to 0, we just wreck our algorithm because end of file already. We need to store the number of catcher already filled, right? So fill rig length, so symbol like this. So it will fill this one will plus by 1, and this one is already end of the file, so we just break and this one we just return our rig length, right? So let me check the algorithm again. So I create a buffer for character. J will point to the index of buffer 4, and I have the buffer 4 length. Okay. So I will traverse my array here n time, so that I can fill n time. Okay. This rig length here. Okay. If I still have buffer here, buffer. If I still have buffer, I will set it, and I increase J by 1 on server. And I already rig n. So this is just return I. Don't need this one. Return I is number of characters already written. If still have buffer, I will use that buffer and increasing I and increasing J. If I don't have enough buffer, I will reset this pointer to 0 and I will rig up to 4. If I cannot rig, I break my algorithm here. If I can rig, I will set into my buffer here. Teamwork, right? Okay, let's try. Oh, the output here is different. Output here maybe Leetcode update the format. So we just consider it's rig 1, right? A here, 2, right? BC here, C, right? 0, right? Correct, right? Let's check another example. Okay, this one rig ABC. Query 4, but only rig 3, so ABC here. And already end of the file, so this one rig 1 character is return empty. Correct? Yeah. I think it's correct. Let's submit. Correct. Do anyone have any questions? So the idea is that we just fill and we keep the pointer to buffer for have the buffer for the length, and if still have buffer, we set. Otherwise, we read for from the file. Yeah. Idea is simple, right? Okay. If no one have any question, I will continue with question 4. Okay. Convert a non-negative integer num to its English word representation. For example, that 1, 2, 3, 123, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 12,345. This one will 1,234,554,670. Okay. So this one will be this one will be 1 billion here, plus with 234 million and 567,000. Right. 567,000 and 891. Okay. So we can see the idea. It does. It will the same this part. It will the same this part. It will like 567. This is also the same pattern. 200 something, 800 something. But the difference is that for this part we need to increase its unique. We need to include its unique. For example, this is the million unique. We increase the million. This is the 1,000. We increase. We include the 1,000 word. So the idea is just we just have a function, the util function, to calculate this name, and then we just include 1,000, million something. Okay. So sync num here is less than or equal to like this one. So it will up to 2 billion, right? So 2 billion, up to 2 billion, up to 2 billion. So the maximum will have a billion. So we have something like, first of all, have something to say. The unique will have something like first of all will be empty. The second one will be 1,000. Okay, 1,000, and this one will be billion, and this one will be billion. Mm. So we need to write a function to get the string of this part. Okay. So first of all, we need to split 3. To split, so we just modulo by 1000, right? So we can get this part. So y num here greater than 0. We just need to modulo by 1000. We can get this part. 1000. We can get this part. So we have another function to read have function to get, how to say, to get string something of the number, just return something and look like this one we in reverse order. We proceed from the the smallest to the last to this one. But let's reverse later. Okay, so we have our answer is array of string and when we can join later. Okay, we append this and this one we get string. Get string may confuse, so we can two letter, how to say English word. English word will be better. Okay, so we have English word of this one, and then we plus what this one. So for example, like this, we have this one, and we have plus with empty, and we have this part, and we have we plus with 1000, and we have this part. We plus with million, and we have this part. We plus with billion. But this part we need to process first. So we need to join this one together so that we can reverse later. So this one we will plus to join this one together. So we have the number of unique. We will start with 0 here. Unique index or something. Start with 0. Then we will just plus with the unique word. So unique index here, right? So we can join this guy together, so we can do reverse later. And we need to increase index by 1 here, and then we just divide by 1000 and continue the process. Finally, we just choose our with a space, right? With a space, join our answer here in reverse order. Our answer should be in reverse order. Didn't work. So let's test. Let's test. This one is easy. Need to plus with space. Correct, right? Something 1000. Maybe to string here. Okay, we have 12 here, 1000 here, plus like this one, right? Seem correct. Seem work 1 million, right? 1 million something thousand something, right? 1 billion something million, something thousand something. It's redundant space here. So so if it only only greater than 0, we plus put space, otherwise we don't plus space. Otherwise we don't plus something like that. Yeah, sound correct, right? So now we just do this function, implement this function. So how to implement this function? So we need to define the, how to say, the digit, something like that. For 1, 0, we set it 0, right? 1, 2, something like that. 1, 2, 3, right? 4. What about the 100? Yeah, I am implementing the 100. The 100 see already inside this part. This is num here will less or equal to less than 1000 and less greater or equal to 0. So I will define my digit here: 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, right? Am I correct? 9, right? 10, 11, 12, maybe such English counter 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or something in English. I copy for exactly for not sure it's correct. 9 here is not correct. Sorry, my English is not good. 9 here, 10 here, 11 here, right? 12, 12, 12, 12 and 13, 13, 14, 14. This is a special word. Actually, this is a special word, so we need to define it up to 20. Up to 20 it is special. Up to 20 is a special word. We need to be redefined. 17, 18, 19, 12. And 12 here. And 20 here. Okay, this is special word. So we need to predefine. Unit A. I'm sorry. 9, 7, 8. Thank you. 8. Something like that. Okay. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, this is special digits. So how to convert? How to convert? This can be 0, right? For if this one is equal to 0, so what we so how about this one? We don't set x. We just set x 1 million only, right? 1 million only. Don't have the 0,000, right? Don't have the 0,000. So we need to have something here. We need to this one if num here is you have how to say if num here 1000 here is equal to 0, right? So we don't need to include this part. We don't need to include this part as well. So it's only when it's different we include this part. For example, like 1 million here. So let's test 1 million here. 1 million and 0 here. No need 0 here. Why 0 here? It's the same with this one as well. My code is a bit dirty. 1 million. Okay. A bit dirty. But if you guys have time, you guys can optimize later. Okay. So I need to so this one something like from 0 to 9, right? And something from 10 to 99, and from 100 to 999. Right? So we have some special only from 1 to 20 special. This is special. And we have something like 21 to 99. It have something like T. For example, like this. If you call 20, this one we call 20, right? This one we call 20 something, and this one we will 30 something. So we need to 30 something. 30 like this is correct or not? 30 correct. Okay. 30 something, and we have 40 something. 40 this this is 50, right? 50 something. 50 something, 60 something. 60 something. And this one will be 70. Because this one is special. It's not like 5T, it's 50. So we need to define the T as well. I think so. So 80, and this one will be 90. Oh, I think this question is very poor for interviewer. This is a poor question for interview. I have to define a lot. $90, right? 80. Just one T here. Don't have double T. Okay. This is for n plus will be 5, right? 1, 2, 3. Okay. So we have 100. 100. So this guy will just we have a function like if this guy is less than 20, right? So we just return digit of the num here. So it will reduce from 0 to 20. Yeah. So okay. So if this guy is less than 99, so I just return something T. Something T. So I need to have define this one 10 unique words. Use something like this one for 10, and this one 0, right? 0, 10 here, and this one from 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. So it's less than this one. I just get the by modulo 100. No, by divide by 10. I can pick the 10 unique. For example, this one I divide by 10. I can pick the number 9 here. Okay. I can this is the unique, right? I need to plus with the digit. The digit also the digit of the num divide by 10. I have the digits here. I plus with the like something like this. So I have 9, right? Plus with no. This is already included. So this is equal 90, right? Plus with the digit of num here. So I already done this one. This one already done, and left this last one. The last one will return 100. 100. So I need to 100 something 100. So maybe I pick the letter only. Letter. So it will divide by 100. I can get this letter. So num here divide by 100. Get this letter. And then I have the left part. I plus with 100. 100. Here. Then I have the left part, so that I can call the recursive function to get the left part from 0 to 99 here. I call the recursive function. I only get this part, so I modulo by 100. Yeah, I think we already done now. Okay, so let's test. 10 unique words is out of range. On line 25, 10 unique words. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So why out of index? What is out of index? This one need to modulo by 10 to get the unique part. Distress is not defined on the line 23. Okay, so 123 correct. 12,345 correct. 1,234. Yeah, I think correct. 1 million. Yeah, we need to handle special case when it's 0 as well. So if num is equal to 0, it just return 0. How about 1? Yeah, correct. 30 0. Not 30 0. We shouldn't store 0. Should be empty. But for empty, we need to some stuff again. This one also, this one maybe return 0. This one maybe return 0. This one return 0, right? 90 0, not 90 0. We can did some check for fast. Equal to 0, we return this one only. Stop up if else. Stop up if else. Okay, I think correct now. Okay. Okay. District num maybe district num. District num. Okay. I already fixed. How come you are not in fun already? Thank you. Actually, that I'm practicing. I'm taking fan company, so I'm practicing a lot of if else stuff. Okay. How long we already stream? Oh, so 1 hour already. Do you guys want to continue? I think we spend 1 hour and 15 minutes. Yeah, actually, that's the problem I already saw before. But a long time ago. A long time ago. I actually that I forget the idea. I just put I just come idea from the example. Okay. For this one, I think I already saw it. But it's from 2020, right? From it's almost 1 year ago. This one also 1 year ago. 1 year ago. Okay. Do you guys have any question? Do you guys want to continue? Actually, that's the previous problem set. You have 4 questions, and the question is very complex, right? We have 2 hard problem, 1 medium, 1 easy. Why this one is easy? This one should be medium. Okay, so let's quick continue with another problem set. Okay, we have 3 problems here. Okay, given 2 string S and P, return an array of O. The start index of P's anagram in S. You may return the answer in any order. An anagram of words is formed by rearranged letters of different words or phrases, typically using all original letter exactly once. So given string S and P here, return an array of all stars indices of P anagram in P. For example, P here, right? So this is an anagram of P here. So we need to return the start index is 0. And the same with this one at index 6. So this one is also an anagram of this word. So we need to return 0 and 6. This is something like a sliding window, because it have a window, right? It have the window here. In the window, it keep a number of characters, and this number of characters must be matched with the pattern B here. So when we sliding window like this, we mix E here, right? We mix E here. So when we already, so let me consider this example. Let's go another round. Okay, you are very proactive and very how to say very good. Okay, hello hello Lan. Okay. Okay. So this is something like for example, we start with we have the index left 0, and we have the current index or right. Right here we traverse from 0 into the end of array. So we have C here, we count C by 1. Have B here, count B by 1. Have A here, count A by 1. So when they are perfectly matched with the pattern B here, we get the index. So after we found the valid, we need to resize the window, we need to remove the C here. So we continue with BA here, and then we E here. Actually, that E here is not exist in the P here. So we need to slide pass the letter E here, because E here is not exist in the pattern P here. So we pass the E here. So we continue with this one, B, A, and B here is duplicate. Duplicate, we need to remove B here. We have A, B here. We have A here, is duplicate. So we remove A here. We have B, A here, and we have C here. This is the perfect match with the pattern. So we return 6. And when we have the match pattern, we increase. We remove B here. Our window, we have AC, continue with D, and that's all. So we output 0 and 6. Seems the idea work. Okay, so first of all, we need to count number of characters of P. For example, count like this. In Python, we have the function like counter here. It will counter the number of characters in P. Right? A here 1, B here 1, C here 1. Okay. So we need to sliding window. N will be equal to length S, and left is equal to 0 first. So when we mix C here, we can decrease count of C by 1. For example, that we have a count of the letter A, count of letter B, count of letter C. So we will make it equal to 1 first. Equal to 1. So when we mix C here, we decrease count by 1, we come to 0. Mix B here, decrease by 1. Mix A here, decrease by 1. So when we already decrease all letter by to 0, become to 0. So this is the perfect match. So we get we output the answer 0 here. Then we need to when we find a match, we need to resize increase C by 1. Increase C by 1. At that time we increase left by 1 as well. So we have this one. Maybe we have right. Currently it's 2 right, for 2 right. So we have this one, and we okay. For this one we right, we become 3 here, and we have this one. We make this one, the E here not existed in the count here. So how to say so if E not in count, right? If that character not in count, so we need to slide left up to right. Yeah, that idea can work. Okay, so so we just if we can have the character here by enumerate S. So actually that the enumerate function is like we iterate the string here, and this will be the value SE is SI S at index. This is the index, and this is the value of that index. So C here equal to S at R here. So if C here not in something like count, we just move right here. Move right to move left to right, something like that. And continue, something like that. Otherwise, we decrease by 1. So maybe we have something like unique catcher. So when we decrease something by 1 and the unique catcher become to 1, become to 0, so we found a perfect match. Unique. Okay. Okay, so we have the count here, right? So we have a count keys and size of key is the number of unique character. So if the count C here equal to 0, right? So we decrease the unique by 1. If the number of unique equal to 0, we perfect match. We found a perfect match, so we need to have an answer array to append our left index up. So when we found a perfect match, we have our index here. We need to slide the left plus 1. Slide the left. Slide the left. We also increase the count of the left by 1 and slide the left. Something like that. If we slide the left, right, so we need to increase number of unique. So if not equal to 0, we just continue. Just return our answer here. If it's not in count, we just move left. So y move to right. So just y left equal less than right. We just count up. Count up s of left here plus by 1, and we increase the left. So it can left here will come up to right here. Left here and come up to right we will skip right as well because right here is invalid. We need to skip as well. But we are increasing the current right. Maybe this one we currently now left equal to right. So we just skip the right here and continue. I will remove this stuff. To make my code more clean. Okay. Skip right. Okay, what happens if this one is less than 0? Is there any case less than 0? No, right? Because it, when it's up to 0, it's already increased by 1. So let's run first. Count is not defined. Command this line. Left, right. Not y, left, less than right. Line 10. Let's and a support between in and what the hell? Right here is the catcher, or right here is catcher. So the index first, and catcher later. 0. Something wrong. 0 is correct. We slide like this one, and this one will become unique here, become 0 here. So we found perfect match. So we increase we abandon 0 here, and count up this one will restore, and left will skip the letter C, and number unique will plus by 1, and this one, and then we meet the letter C here, the E here, not in count. So we skip by we restore the B and the A by 1. So until it will equal to the letter E here, and then we skip, and then we continue. So it will become this one, and this one, the size. We also care about the size as well. The size of the range, the window size as well. We need to care about the window size as well. We need to care about the window size as well. For this one, we have AB, and we restart the AB. For example, that we have this. We output fail, right? We output 0. So maybe our restore is not correct. So let's debug on the bar chart. This problem is quite hard. Okay, let's enter to presentation. Okay. So let's debug. Exit of presentation. No debug button here. How to exit of presentation? How to exit of presentation? You haven't get my idea. So let's debug on the Leetcode feature. Okay, debug. So the number of unique here, I have 3 unique character here, right? And then I decrease by 1. Let us say I decrease by 1, 0 here. So the number of unique will become to 2 because I delete C here. So there are only A and B. And I will continue with the letter B. The number of unique will become to 1. And I continue with the letter A. So the number of unique will decrease by 1. And the number of unique here is 0. So it's perfect match with the pattern. So it append 0 here. And it increase, skip the letter C. So it will, let's see here with +1. And then I skip. So left will +1. And the number of unique will +1. Sound correct? And I made the letter E. But E here is not in count. So I will restore this one to the original. I will slide left. So B here I +1. And slide left to 2. And the same I slide B A here by 1. Yeah, so I can restore my original count. Yeah, and when left here equal to right here, the E here, I will skip. So the left here will become 4. So I will start with the B here. So count of B will decrease by 1. Currently I don't care about the size of the window. That's why I have the problem. Maybe I don't need I shouldn't count the unique, but I count the number of character. Same with B here. So So I shouldn't count by unique. I count by number of character. Number of character. So be length of a pattern. Number of character. Okay, when I decrease, my character is also decrease. When I mix into n characters, I will add my input, my answer here. When I slide, I will increase my characters as well. Zero here. Mix the 6. Mix 6. So we already E here. E here is sound correct, right? So we continue with B here, A here, and B here. It decreased by to 0, but this is -1 because we B, A, and B. This is -1. So when it's -1, we need to do something. Yeah. So y count of C less than 0, we need to slide left. We did when this one because we mix A and B, right? So B here become -1. It's not correct. So we need to slide left until B here. Slide left until we have the count of C here is at least 0, at least greater or equal to 0. If it's this one, if S of okay, so actually that we have count of B here is -1, right? So we will slide left until this one will greater or equal to 0. Okay, so we just slide increase this one by 1. So it will become count B will become 0, and this one will slide the left into A here. So like this. Okay, run. We need to increase the character again also. Okay, that seems correct. We have 0 and 6 here, correct? 0, 1, 2, correct? Okay, speak. Yeah. Yeah, it now is correct, right? I think, yeah, count C can be negative, yeah. So when it's negative, we need to increasing, we need to slide the left until the count is greater or equal to 0. Yeah, I think so. Okay, just monitor counter for each length. Yeah. Kristen, Jill, nice. Cool, thank you. Let's see if we can optimize. Actually, that's our algorithm here will traverse because we have the left here. Left here is only increase. It don't decrease. It only increase, and right here only increase. So the time complexity for this algorithm is ON. O length of S plus Y length of B by will be O1 by will be O of the count this one is 26 so it can be considered as O1. Let's check this one. We can optimize this one as well because this one, when this one not in this one, right? So this one this may be remove can remove as well, right? If we remove this one, so this one may be -1, and if you increase, may not correct. I'll keep this one. Okay. So we already finished the question 1. It's quite hard. Let's come to the letter the question 2. Given the root of binary tree, return the lowest common ancestor of each deep bit. Leaf recall that the node of binary tree is a leaf it and only if it have no children. The depth of the root tree is 0. The root tree have the depth is 0. Depth of the node is d. If the depth of the node is d, then the depth of children is d plus 1. The lowest common ancestor of a set S of nodes is a node A with the largest depth, such that every node in S is in subtree with root A. Same this problem. Okay, it's given us the root of binary tree here, right? Return the lowest common ancestor of each deep bit leaf. This is the deep bit leaves here, 7 and 4 here. So the lowest common ancestor is 2. Okay. The lowest common ancestor of a set S of node is a node A with the largest depth, such that every node in S is in the subtree with the root A. Okay. If you just define the lowest ancestor of the set of nodes, okay. Okay. How to solve this problem? First of all, we need to find the depth bit leaves. We just BFS level by level. So 3, 5, 1, 6, 2, 0, 8, and 7, 4. We keep the deep bit level here. When we have 7 and 4, how can we find the lowest common ancestor of them? When we have the level, right, we just coming to the parent. For example, the 7 we come parent is 2, 4 we come parent is 2. So when we have the parent set, when the parent set size is 1, yeah, that is the common ancestor of the nodes. So we just return. Then a special. For example, that we have a 6. For example, that we remove this one. Our directory don't have a 6 and 4, right? We have a 6, 2, 0, 8 here. So we have this the lowest level. So we just for each node here, we just coming to parent by 1. 6 here we come to parent like this. 2 come parent like this. 0 come parent like this. 8 coming to parent like this. So we have this parent, but the parent here have 2 nodes. It's not a common ancestor. So from this parent here, we continue the process. 5 coming to parent will be 3. 1 to come to parent will be 3. And the size of the parent here is 1. So it's a logic common ancestor. So because every node we just visit take one. So this is the linear algorithm. Okay, this seems work. Okay, let me implement. First of all, I need to BFS level by level. Is there any case the root is null? No, right? Because the number of level is greater than 0. So I don't need to check a root is rule. This one. Why I can BFS? I have the traverse level by level. Line up BFS here. Okay. Okay. If I have the curve BFS of left here, if curve of left not equal to none, I abandon to my BFS. If curve of right not equal to none, I abandon into my BFS. I need to have a level. I append what will you do after you find the deep bit node? I already said before. So for example, binary tree here, right? I find the level here is 7,4. So I will continue from the 7,4. I come to parent. So 7 come to parent is 2. 4 come to parent is 2. And I have the size of the parent is 1. So this is a logic common ancestor. Yeah. So I traverse all the nodes and coming to the parent. So you can see clearly through my code. So I have I already collect the level here, right? So I need to keep the logic level. I need to keep the logic level. So let's say I need I need to keep this something like this so that I can access outside the while loop. Okay, I'm not sure. Maybe this one can work. Okay, so let's bring. Let's try. Let's bring the level. It is bring right 7 and 4, right? Correct, right? Okay. Okay, so I have the logic level here. So from my logic level, I just a value of node in the tree are unique. So I need to have the parent as well. I need to the parent map to map a node to each parent. Before this or dictionary. So I need to map the children with each parent. The children with each parent. Okay. So I just why my length of level. If the level have one node, right, it's also the logic common ancestor of Excel as well. So if the length of the level is greater than 1, we process one by one. So we have the new. So maybe we have something like các nodes is a set and this is a set of level. Okay, y of node greater than this one. We we have the new node. We set we process that one by one not in not here. We get its parent new node append parent map of that node. And then we just swap. So when it equal to 1, right? So 7 here, parent is 2. 4 here, parent is 2. So it's only one element here. So we just return our answer. Set have no attribute append. So we add that. We return the list of what will we return? Return the one node only. One node only. So this will how to write this up, right? 274. One, two, right? Okay. What will you do after you find a deep node? Because maybe we have several nodes, not only 2. Like I explained you before that I traverse all the nodes one by one. For example, I have a level 7 and 4 here. This is 7 and 4. It's not it's greater than 1. Then I get the parent of them. 7, 2, 4, 2. And this is the set, so it will discard the duplicate. And I set the node, put the new node. And if when it reach to 0, I just return that node. And that node is the logic common ancestor. So the time complexity will be ON because for every node I just process 1. And the space complexity is for the deep S here. Deep S here is the length of the logic depth. So if you can consider as a ON, and the parent map here is ON as well. And okay, so the total space will be ON. Christian, are you here again? Are you here? Are you still here? Nice solution. This solution is intuitive. Okay, you very good, Christian. You very eager to learn. Eager to study. Find the logic common ancestor of the first and the last node. Can. Yeah, can. If you need to get my level, so just see my live stream and learn from me. Watch my live stream videos and learn from me. Đăng Huy nghiên algorithm is sound interesting. Yeah, we after we get the deep bit node, for example, this we just need to find the LCA of 6 and 8 here. So we just come one by one. Okay. So I can do like him, like for example, this one I just add, right? A set here. I just if length of level is great, first of all, I will ask the not this if it's greater than 1, I will ask the not last, right? So this is the idea of phi. Yeah, can. It's the same. Okay, let's continue. Given an empty array nums contain only positive integers, find if array can be partitioned into two subsets such that the sum element in both subsets is equal. This problem, we need to partition into two subsets, not subarray. This is the subset, not subarray. For example, that this is only the positive integers. For example, like this, we need to partition into 1, 5, and 5, and check if we can partition so that it can be equal. So this is kind dynamic programming problem. Yeah, it's typically dynamic programming problem. So we just we just pick or not pick. For 1 here, we can pick or not pick. 5 here, we not pick or not pick. For example, like this, until we reach into the end. So we need to check if we can partition or not. Okay, let me define the db function. The index I. If the index I is reach into the end, I need to keep some so far as well. So my algorithm here, we will have the time complexity will be the sum will up to 100 multiplied by 200 will be 20,000. 20,000, and I divide by 2. So I have because my sum so far I need to keep up to half of sum only. So I will have 1,000 here, and the time complexity will be sum multiplied by I will be 1,000 multiplied by 200. So it will be 2 million. So it can run well. So okay. So if I reach into the end, right, I need to check if my sum so far equal to I have total sum as well. Total sum will be sum of nums here. The half of sum or not. So for I can pick, right? If I pick, I will have the sum so far plus what the number as here. This is k pick. And if I don't pick, I keep my sum so far like this. So my answer will be false, and I try one of them. I try one of them. If one of them is correct, it will return correct. Yeah, simple, right? Actually, that pick if sum so far plus sum I. If sum so far greater than total sum divided by 2, so we just return false. Don't need to go deep anymore, right? If the sum so far is greater than a half, so don't need to go deep. If we reach into the end, compare if they are equal. Otherwise, pick. Don't pick. Yeah. 2, right? False. Time limit is 6. Time limit is 6. Maybe the time for Python is stricter. So let's optimize. Total sum up to this one multiplied by this one, right? So 20,000, right? And I balloon when it's greater than half. So it's up to this one. And the time will be sum will be this one multiplied by this one. Will be 2 million. Why 2 million TOA? Multiply by this operation as well. 2. So here 4 million. Why 4 million TOA? Maybe I store the half sum instead of compute every time. And this one I don't go deeper. If sum so far plus num I less or equal to half sum, and I can pick. Copy this 2, right? TUA again. TUE again. Maybe I top down DB. Why TUE? I can run in my computer. Okay. Actually, that this one should run well in Leetcode, right? Because my algorithm here technical time complexity will be 4 million, and the TOE that case can run well. So let's memo. Yeah, let me find the root issue before coming to bottom of DB. Memo, right? Memo. So if I here, some so far here in memo, just return memo of this key. Otherwise, that this one will be equal to answer. Return answer. still TOE fuck Leetcode. Maybe this one we can delete this one if we balloon first maybe we short our array, maybe can help a bit, but let if can we just balloon don't need to continue anymore. Okay, so pick right, so we update the answer. No, we don't need if the answer equal to update the answer and balloon check again, still the same. So maybe yeah, a little balloon can work. Yeah, a little balloon can help. Okay, so let's try to use bottom up DB. Let's try to bottom up DB. Okay, so we have so if we TOA, so we just find a way to balloon it. This one we can balloon first. Don't need to process this one anymore. Okay, so let's convert it to bottom up. For bottom up, we have something we define for example that E, I, and J is either return if we can partition, how to say partition, right? Partition các array num from 0 into index I can make partition this one what current sum is J. Okay. Okay, we have something like this. So we just we have the base case and transition case. What is the base case? The base case may be when it's this may be inclusive. The base case, or we can define like this is also okay. So let's define like this for so we can reuse some logic from the top down DB. So this is from I to N. So DB of N, right? DB of N like this will have to keep some support. So this is still okay. So this is still okay. So the base with num this is inclusive, exclusive. So it means that with the len a can mean so num len I. Okay, the current sum is j. So when the len is 0, right? When the len is 0 and the sum is 0, it will return 2. If the 0 but the sum is different to 0, so this will should false. Okay. Transition case, so db of ij will become the previous, and if we pick we need to minus by the num of that index. This is k pick, in case don't pick, k don't pick. Yeah, seems like it works. Okay, iterate and okay. If if I equal to 0, sum as well. Sum of nums from maybe sum so far is total sum 0, and we have a total sum here equal to plus by num I. In run, this one divided by 2. db of I j db I minus 1 j minus j, right, minus by num I. This one is inclusive, so need to include by 1. Let's say pick db I j db I plus minus 1 and j don't pick. Return db of n and return answer equal to false. So when it should end, if for I for j in range of total sum divided by 2, if db and j and 2 and false. Okay, let's command this. So do we need to our index will start with do we need to consider this case so may okay. So if the I equal to 0, process one from one. So we have our DB here. View started points. The number of columns will be half of sum. Half sum. Half of sum. Sum of num. Half of sum here. If half of sum multiply half of sum different to sum, different to sum, it just return point because this the sum is odd. Total sum is odd. Value, right? This one we can run a little bit. Otherwise, we just have the half of sum and have the total and plus one row. My answer, okay. So my DB of 0, like 2, right? By case. 2 not by case. Answer equal to 4. No need this one. This one will minus by 1. This one called sum. This one minus by 1 because I use I here as a length. So to get the index, I need to minus by 1. Sum equal to 0. I look in range like this. And this one, if j greater or equal to this one, I will update. Otherwise, I don't pick. And then finally I look like this. If it's anything is true, I will turn true. Hello, can you? Hello, can you guys hear me? Okay. I think my phone is end of battery. Maybe it will. Okay, so let me check the problem here. What is the problem here? I have a length here, right? Total sum, half of sum. It is different, right? Reason false. I just need up to half of sum here, and look until like this one. This is the by case. Other one will be false. I iterate from 1. I get the current sum. So it's maximum is this one divided by 2 plus 1. I here. I greater than I only minus when it's greater. This one I don't pick. Sound correct? So this is the end, right? The end. Anything that's plus 1. So let's I'll put my DB here. This is the last row. Seems like it's only true in the first column only. I think this one we need to reverse. I have to run. Okay, bye bye, question. Are you friend with me on the linking? If you are on the linking, I will post the schedule on the linking. Usually next week. Every week. Maybe the weekend next week. Okay, can you say hello to me in the linking so I can know you? Okay, thank you. Anyone found my error, my problem? Why is false here? Maybe I will debug. In the debug mode, the font is not increased. Font. Okay, it's a bit good now. Okay. I will partition this area. Okay, so let me debug to see the problem. So the half sum here is go right. Have 1 here, so the sum will be 1. So this will be the half of the sum. The half of the sum. So we can balloon this one. If the current sum is an odd number, so just continue. If it's an odd number, so no, because we use this one. This J here is the odd number. J here. is the odd number, so we just continue run this one. No need. Otherwise we the sum here will become 1, right? And 0. The current sum here okay, so I have the db 0 is 2, and I have the current sum here is why the current sum is 6 again. Okay, current sum will be 1. Current sum will be 1. Okay, and then I have to check what the sum 0. No, it seems like incorrect. I don't have the check condition for this one equal to this one. This one is the base case already. Is the base case already. So anyone that any candidate that minus this one is equal to 0, then this find. 0, right? 0 not greater than this one. So if you this is 1 and 0, 1 and some 0, 2. Maybe this one is correct. Okay, 2. So if you become 6, so 1, 2. Is there anyone equal to no one equal to 5, right? So 11. So this one will find for this one, right? This one it will find if this one is let's jumping to the end. Jumping to the end when I equal to n minus this one plus 1. What the fuck? What the fuck, man? Index, list index is our print. So this one plus 1 as well. This one will exclude 0 because some 0 we not consider and some 0. because why we not consider some zero? Because for the zero, right? Zero, because n here is different to zero, but the sum is zero is incorrect. Sum. This is not total sum. Why we need this one? Not total sum. This is total sum nè. This can be rule nè. Why this one return 2? For example, sum will be 1. 1 sum 2. Sum 2, y sum 2 is 2. Y sum 2 is 2. This should return this one. And half of sum.